Good morning, students. Today I will discuss anatomy and physiology in sports. So first I will discuss what is the meaning of anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the shape and structure of the body. Physiology, it is the study of the function and system of human body. So first meaning of anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the structure and associate with the human body. So anatomy is the study of the shape and structure of the body. Physiology, it is the study of function and systems of human body. Next, main system of human body. Human body का main system. So first system, skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system and glandular system, excretory system and reproductive system. So some systems of human body. Example of skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system and others. So first meaning of anatomy. What is the meaning of anatomy? Anatomy is the study of the shape and structure of the body. Physiology, it is the study of function and system of human body. Okay, clear? So first meaning of anatomy, and the next main system of human body, and the next importance of anatomy and physiology in sports. Physiology and sports, importance of anatomy and physiology in physical education in sports. So first importance, help athletics to better understand the human body. So this is the first importance of anatomy and physiology, help athletics to better understand the human body. And the next important, help in the maintaining healthy body. So next important of anatomy and physiology, help in maintaining the healthy body. And next, help to know about the individual differences. So next important of anatomy and physiology, help to know about the individual differences, helpful and evaluation of a player capacity and to better sports performance, helpful in the prevention from sports injury, helpful in the design of the physical fitness program for athletics and helpful in the process of rehabilitation. So then next, some importance of anatomy and physiology. So first important is the anatomy and physiology, help the athletics to better understand the human body. And next, help in maintaining the healthy body, help to know about the individual differences, helpful in evaluation of a player capacity and to better sports performance, helpful in process of rehabilitation, helpful in digestion of physical fitness program for athletics and helpful in the prevention from sports injury. So this is the main system of human body. And next, importance of physiology and anatomy. And next, skeleton system. What is the meaning of skeleton system? This is the bony framework of body and consisting the number of bones. Total bones in human body are 206. So human body are total bones are 206. So this is the bony framework and body consisting of number of bones, and total bones in human body are 206. And function of skeletal system. And the next question, function of skeleton system. First, provides support, provides protection, gives shape to the body, movement, provides storage, blood cell production. So total 6 function of skeletal system. First point, provide support. So first function of skeleton system is the provide supports. And the next function of skeletal system, provides protection. And the next, gives shape to the body. And movement, provides storage and blood cell production. So this is the function of skeletal system. So first, meaning of anatomy. Clear what is the meaning of anatomy? Anatomy is the study of the shape and structure of the body. Physiology, it is the study of function and system of human body. Okay, is this clear what is the meaning of anatomy? And the next, main system of human body: skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system, glandular system, excretory system, and reproductive system. So this is the main system of human body, some system of human body. And next, important of anatomy and physiology. Okay, so some important of anatomy and physiology. And then next, skeleton system. This is the bony framework of body consisting of number of bones, and total bones in human body are 206. So this point is important. So how many bones are human body? So total 206 bones in human body. And next, function of skeleton system. So provides support, provides protection, gives shapes to the body, movement, provides storage, blood cells production. So some function of skeleton system. Next, classification of bones. Some bones names are: first, long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, and sesamoid bones. So first, types, classification of bones. First, long bones. Example of femur and humerus. So femur and humerus bones are also called the long bones. And next, short bones, carpal and tarsal. So carpal and tarsal, the short bones, types of short bones. And flat bones, the skull and ribs. Skull and ribs bones are also called the flat bones. And irregular bones, the vertebra and a vertebra bone in the skull of the skull is the example of irregular bones. And sesamoid bones, knee, hand and foot, also the sesamoid bones. So some classification of bones are: first, long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, and sesamoid bones. So first, long bones, example of femur and humerus. And short bones, carpal and tarsal. And flat bones, skull and ribs. And vertebra bones of the skull is the irregular bones. Sesamoid bones, the knee, hand and foot bones, also known as the sesamoid bones. Okay, is this clear? Classification of bones. First, function of skeleton system, and then next, classification of bones. Some function of skeleton system: provide support, provide protection, give shape to the body, movement, provide storage, blood cell production. Then next, classification of bones: long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, sesamoid bones. Long bones, example of femur and humerus. And then next, short bones, example of carpal and tarsal. Flat bone, example of skull, ribs. Irregular bones, example of vertebra bones of the skull. And sesamoid bones, knee, hand and foot. So types of joint. Next to here, types of joint. First, immovable joints, slightly movable joints, and freely movable joints. So some immovable joints, and some joints are slightly movable joints, and some joints are freely movable joints. So immovable joints, these joints are fixed and do not move. Skull joint, example of skull joint. So these joints are fixed and do not move. This is the called of immovable joint. And slightly movable joint, the movement of such joints is very limited intervertebration. So some movements are, such joints are is very limited movement. So these joints are called the slightly movable joints. And freely movable joints, such joints are freely movable. So three types of joints. First, immovable joints, and then next, slightly movable joints and freely movable joints. So immovable joints, these joints are fixed and do not move. Skull joints, And slightly movable joints, the movement of the such joints is very limited. So very limited joints, some joints are very limited movement. And freely movement joints, such joints are freely movement. So first, skeletal system. This is the bony framework of body consisting the number of bones, and total bones in human body are 206. Function of skeletal system: provides support, provides the protection, gives shape to body, movement, provides storage, blood cell production. Classification of bones: long bone, short bones, flat bone, irregular bone, and sesamoid bone. Some example of long bone: femur and humerus are the long bones, carpal and tarsal the short bones, and skull ribs the flat bones, and vertebral bones of the skull is the irregular bones, and knee, hand, and foot also known as the sesamoid bones. And types of joint: total 3 types of joints: immovable joints, slightly movable joints, and freely movable joints. Okay, and the next, joints are divided into 6 category. So joints are divided into the 6 category total. First, gliding joints, hinge joints, and ball and socket joints, and saddle joints, pivot joints, and condyloid joints. So first joints name are gliding joints. Next जो है hinge joints, and third ball and socket joint, saddle joint, pivot joint, and condyloid joint. So carpals are the example of gliding joints, and elbow joints also example of the hinge joints, and shoulder joint is the ball and socket joint is the also rotation. Okay, ball and socket joint also rotation. Rotate joint is the ball and socket joint. Shoulder joint, example of shoulder joint is the example of ball and socket joint. And saddle joint, thumb joint. Okay, thumb joint is the example of saddle joint, and pivot joint is the neck joint, and condyloid joint is the bone in the palm or the hand. So palm and hand bone are also the condyloid joint. So some joints are into the category of example of first gliding joints, hinge joints, ball and socket joints, saddle joints, pivot joint, and condyloid joints. So okay, joint, skeleton system, function of skeleton system, classification of bones. So first, meaning of anatomy. What is the meaning of anatomy? And the next, main system of human body. Human body, main system of human body. Some system: skeleton system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system. And next, important of anatomy and physiology. Some important of anatomy and physiology. And skeleton system. What is the meaning of skeleton system? How many bones in the body? Total 206 bones in the human body. Function of skeleton system. The next, function of skeleton system: provides support, provide protection, gives shape to the body, movement, provides storage, blood cells production. Classification of bones: long bone, short bone, flat bone, irregular bone, and sesamoid bones. Types of bones: 3 types of bone: immovable joints, types of joints: immovable joints, slightly movable joints, and freely movable joints. And then next, joints are divided into 6 category: gliding joints, hinge joint, ball and socket joint, saddle joint, pivot joint, and condyloid joint. Okay, so next day I will discuss muscular system and definition of muscles, types of muscles. Okay, structure and function of respiratory system. This is a respiratory system picture of. Okay, next day I will discuss muscles. Okay, now thank you.